provide me with politics.
And the institute is open to all Osula, and you can be a practitioner no matter how paid you are. You can be a lawyer and be a member of the institute, a doctor, politician, as I've already seen. And we have people from the academia. We have the auditor, Mr. Amir Morige. Sorry for coming this late, but we're waiting for the right time. Nosa, I used to be a father to us in those days when you were chairman of local government in Lagos. Yeah. We hear from you very well.
Sorry, it's your cousin.
It's to intimate you of our function in the state, to let you know that this kind of institute is in the state. And this year, the national body has benefit for us to host the 2026. And I think that is in line with the new hope agenda of Mr. President. And as we begin it in April, said we must come to the mother ministry. We have already established a very strong, robust relationship. I don't think there's anybody that is seated here that does not know us apart from the PS and the Honorable Commissioner. We've been friends of the ministry for over 4 years. And since the Parks and Garden Department came in, we tried to work with them as well. But in this program, it's a very big one, and we cannot do it alone with them. So we say, Oga must know this one. That's why one of the reasons why we are here. The Ministry of Environment is our mother ministry, and whatever we need to do, we must come here to. We're going to touch debates, we're going to touch public lectures, we're going to have the summit, and the summit is in the tag landscape beautification pathway to national tourism. So it means that we as horticulturists are going to work with the tourism agency, including the diaspora, so that we can have a robust summit. And working with that, if the ministry is not aware, it's like we have not started, and that should be a very big function that we want to come and commission for us when the time comes. So as we do that, I'll give room for other members of the institute to talk so that we can have a full discussion. Nosa, welcome.
Thank you, Honorable Commissioner, for this privilege to be here.
From which state, sorry?
Okay, I was born and bred up here. I schooled here, but I'm from Bayelsa State.
Okay.
So I'm in
You look it.
Yes.
You look like a typical
Without the environment, the NIL cannot function. We need the environment to be able to impact and to be able to make the world know what we do. And that is why the Ministry of Environment is actually the mother body of this institution. And so we are going to be saying that without you supporting the vision, because all we want to do is to make the environment green. You said the color of the environment is, the ministry is green, and the institution color is also green. And what it actually indicates is that the environment needs to be green. So, sir, on behalf of the member of the institution, we'll actually be so grateful if you be a part of it, if you are going to be there, you're even going to give your voice, so that as many that are going to be a part of that ceremony, we understand the fact that the Ministry of Environment, they are not just here for just sightseeing, they are here to do justice to the environment.
it's only helped that if we were going to engage meaningfully as practitioners, the starting point should be with the Ministry of Environment. There are actually 2 events coming up this year. One is a critical concern of the chapter of the NIL here that comes up in April, and there is a national event which comes up in November. And these 2 events garner towards just improving the general ambience of the state, creating an awareness in the state about the roles and responsibilities of individuals, corporate bodies, even government, in things that affect the environment. As I was listening to the introduction, we said the director is taking care of climate change. Somebody is talking about erosion prevention. We are looking at enforcement. All of these are indications that there are policies and strategic planning in place to bring these things under control. But we have always seen ourselves as critical stakeholders. We were having a tete-a-tete while waiting for the commission, and there were things that I just point out. I was deliberate about it because I saw the permanent secretary was sitting, and it's about how, by deliberate engagement, the Minister of Environment cannot just, take care of, the appeal, ambience alone, but can also use our activities, our practice to solve certain challenges that plague, that are associated with urbanization. And I was talking specifically, at that time about, for instance, refuse management. There are places in town that have become intractable for the presence of refuse, which are unsightly. And so if you want to do about it, you're either thinking about to do waste segregation, or these things are not biodegradable even. Yeah. So managing them is good to dump them somewhere, you start to incinerate, and then you see smoke everywhere, environmental pollution. And I mentioned that Lagos State didn't do that. What Lagos State did, Muse just got this idea that you should engage with, horticulturists, and then they brought a lot of plants that are adaptable to those swamps that are under the bridges, those refuse dumps, and they planted just one variety that occurs in various colors, Canary, and just one plant transformed the ambience of the entirety of Lagos State. They just planted them on these refuse dumps, the plants clustered, and then you were seeing colors. All those selfies were underneath. Nobody was seeing them anymore. Everywhere became like a massive garden, And I do a lot of traveling. In Accra, Ghana, for instance, only one plant you see everywhere, Bongavilla. It occurs in several colors, and that's what you see in their parks, that's what you see in the homes, and the entire place is all colors. So now it's an indication that we can improve the ambience of the place by planting deliberate choices of plants, utilizing them. We can manage erosion. I talked about, we are not very good at drainages. And so you have streets where roads are paved and we don't have drainage. So as water creates its ways, you see the hedges of those wearing off. It's going to cost government money to maintain that. But if we have strips of lawns along these places, soil will not move, and these are all components of what we do. So I, want to implore the ministry to take, cognizance of our presence and the potential that we have, which can be useful to enhance the activities of the ministry. And the state will be the ultimate beneficiary in all of this. The Parks and Gardens Department is already engaging with this institute. Yes, the Parks and Gardens Department is already engaging with the institute very strongly. And we have actually impressed on them that we need to see a program of action so that we can know the components that we would assist to drive. And interestingly too, the issue of managing the environment and improving the general ambience is a national concern. We are aware that the Office of the First Lady has instituted a kind of competition for states. Yes. And I visited Enugu State. Enugu State won the first one, 100 million. And I visited the place, funny enough too, Enugu State latched onto just one plant. One plant, Acacia piscinata. And they just planted it over everywhere, and it was all colors, and they won. Just one plant. I don't think it is something that is difficult for us to do. But the will to drive it must come from the state government. And the ministry that will champion that is the Ministry of Environment. Yes. And good enough, the Ministry of Environment has always, engaged in this, but it's been haphazard. It's not as though there have been no previous engagement. I'm thinking that working with the Parks and Gardens Department with the active, supervision of the ministry, we can work out an action plan such that we maybe divide the urban center like Benin into like 4 places. First quarter of the year we face one, just finish up with it and make sure that whatever we do is sustainable. Then it means that in 2 years, we can have the Edo state of our dreams in place. We are willing to do it, to support government in this, and we have the resources to make it happen. We just want that extra push, a little bit of push and encouragement, and you have us, mobilizing to put our shoulders behind the plow and have these things moving. So, Honorable Commissioner, thank you very much for, granting us this audience. We're hoping that by the time we walk out of here, we'll be full of hopes and expectations. Thank you, sir.
The point is very clear. We, as a ministry, we have a core mandate. Our core mandate is to ensure a cleaner and a greener environment. A cleaner, a greener and safer environment for our citizens. As a body saddled with regulations and implementation of government policies when it comes to environment, we know that our people must be carried along. Because environmental sanitation and waste management, both solid and liquid waste management, starts from individuals. It graduates to corporate bodies, industries, and business concerns. So we are very much conscious of the fact that we owe it a duty, a enormous duty at that, to be sure that our people live and dwell in a safe and secured environment. That is the reason the ministry doesn't play when it comes to environmental pollution matters and environmental degradation. We take immediate actions. So you are welcome, and I want to assure you that all the programs you have mentioned, the ministry will key into it, because we have more. We will key into your programs and we participate, we will be fully involved in it, and whatever support that is needed that we can muster and mobilize to support your programs, the ministry, I will tell you, we will do it. We will do it for very many reasons. Primarily because it is our duty to encourage whoever is going to make our environment beautiful, colorful, and greener. And that's the way people do. Yes. An average horticulturalist gives a very beautiful ambience, gives a very colorful presentation to the environment. Yes. Whether in his private home, if you go to go to their houses, you'll be asking, what is this woman's job? What is this man? Tell you horticulture. No wonder. So we will key into it because we have no. The other reason is the First Lady of this country, Her Excellency Oloremi Tinubu, has come up with a program, Renew Hope Initiative Green Nigeria program. I'm sure you are aware already.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and we are already meeting, and I'm the chairman, co-chairman, along with the First Lady at the state level here. And we are meeting with so we are trying to see how we can beat Enugu. And we are targeting the price tag. So programs have been initiated. We have already mapped out areas where we are going to plant ornamental trees. We've already mapped out those areas, places that were initially used for refuse dumps. Places that were used for scrap waste collection. We are asking them to vacate because we want to plant trees. As if that is not enough, the Federal Ministry of Environment has graciously granted the permission to bring the ministry in to help us plant some trees. I think we are talking of close to 35,000 hectares across the 3 senatorial districts. At the last National Council of National Environment meeting in Castina, I was there. His Excellency ordered that I must be present and participate fully, and I did. And there the minister was so impressed with those state participation and input that the minister approved all the submission that were planting trees in the state. And they are coming in the next 1 or 2 months to come and start action when the rain sets in. So our job is to complement the effort of government. Your job, is to complement the effort of government. We want to have a very clean, all the things Senator Mondo Pemolo is doing for the people of Edo State. People need a clean, green environment to enjoy it. If we lock this place now, all this is lock this place now, and say let's stay 3 hours here. So we look for how to run out. So environmental management is the concern of all of us. Whether corporate body, governmental body, non-governmental body, we are all going and we should be involved. And yours is already there. And the institute, when I saw your letter informing us of this visit, I quickly said we should process it and we will receive it because we are going to help us do it. So you are welcome to the Ministry of Environment and Sustainability. And please just keep us informed your programs on time so that we can see how we can key into your activities too. The one that is coming up in April, please let us have the date. The programs as it affects the ministry or the role you want us to play as a ministry, please keep us informed.
Thank you.
So you are welcome, and I want to tell you we are with you. Just the way you are with us.